Hey guys, welcome to Dave's Nano Tanks. I thought we'd do a January update, first update of the new year, and we'll start with the 100-gallon mixed reef. Now, it's mostly SPS dominant, but there are some soft corals in there and some euphyllia. This is just shot. Some nice colors I have in there, meteor shower to rainbow monty to a red planet, which is basing out nice and starting to grow. So I'm kind of excited about that. The lights were off when I started this video, so the euphyllia is kind of not all the way opened yet, but it's kind of a nice shot because you can see how many heads are on it. Normally it's just a full blossom. And there's the Setosa and the Garf Bunzai up there. And of course, right above it is that huge rainbow stylo that I've been growing since it was just a little nub. And then as we pull back, you see the green slimer. Again, one of my favorite corals for color and growth. And then there's my mound of zoes. And I've got a lot of stuff in there. Nothing high end. I never paid more than a couple of bucks for a frag. This is the Millie I got from Billy Pipes. It's doing well. So I'm sure he's going to want a piece of that back. And then there's some kind of yellow tort next to it. And that's doing well too. I got that at Reefco only about a month ago. Maybe a month and a half ago. And that's at least doubled in size. So things are growing. Here's that big dark bird's nest, the green bird's nest that I have. It's not the ORA bright one. And then some of my more precious little frags that I bought as brown nubs, and they're coloring up nicely. Growing slowly, but that's okay. As long as they hang with me, that's cool. And a couple other pieces just sticking out here and there. Yeah, look at the colors on that. It's got purple and blue and all kinds of... And that one's blue with a different shade of purple. They probably have names. I don't know what they are. I'm just enjoying them at this point. And there's my Montipora confusa with a PC rainbow frag. Again, I got that at Reefco. And it is growing. Not quickly, but it's growing. And it's starting to color up. It was struggling a little at first. This is a Favia I've always had. I normally don't show it on the videos, but I just like the way the light was hitting it tonight. And it is basing out very nicely onto the rock. There's another little guy I had that seemed to never want to grow in my Nano. I think I've had that frag. Maybe one of my first frags. And the green Leptosaurus. I have 3 or 4 of these growing in the tank, and they're all doing well. A little bit of a side shot there. And of course, the side boob. Gotta have a good side boob. But that's one of my favorite views of the tank. I apologize again. I haven't been keeping up with cleaning the glass too well, and it is what it is, guys. I thought I'd give you an update. Here is the disaster caused by the anemone. The splits started traveling around the tank, and this may be the last time you see that red Montipora because it got stung. There's also there's a jack-o'-lantern Leptosaurus there that's almost all burnt away. But it has been getting more and more white as the days go on. So I may save what I can save and break it all off. Now, the 55 is just a big mess. I have a couple of frag racks in there and kind of working on the frag tank. I was cleaning that out and changing the way my egg crate was situated. So I haven't been able to really scrape the glass because the frag racks are right there. But this tank is zero maintenance. I mean, feed the fish, keep it moving. It's connected to the main system, so it gets the ATO from the main system. And as you can see, everything's still doing great in there. But I have been picking at it and taking pieces for the Nano. So it's not quite as full as it was, but the idea is to break this down and change it up to a different tank. Just haven't been getting a lot done down there. But winter is here, and there's plenty of downtime. So there will be a project tank going in here. It may be a 75 low, a little creation of mine. I'm not sure yet. But something 4 foot with more depth front to back. And just a quick look in the frag tank. I have some pieces of stunner in there, of course. A nice little hammer that was it was kind of restricted by the other hammers. And that's a rock with some favias and a war coral on it. And the bubble tip got up there and gave everybody a good sting. And there's 3 of them that I have so far in bubble tip jail. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. I have an extra 29-gallon tank under the 55. That may become a bubble tip refuge. And there'll be a show or something, or if I want to trade with somebody, I always got bubble tips. You know, a little bit of coral swapping credit, if you will. But yeah, last little roll through the 55. There's my prize green star polyps. And the stunner, I had to move it, and it started to come apart in pieces, so now it's even bigger. But not as scrolled anymore. Now, up in the frag tank, or the Nano tank, the JBJ, I've got the large green rock covered with large mushrooms, and I stole this little rock with the small red mushrooms. And I have a green Gonopora on there. And I just kind of put this together before filming, so the green Gonopora is not very happy. And I also put a green trumpet coral right above it. So trumpet coral was just a frag that I had. I still have the big colony in the 55. And of course the bubble tip. Now the green star pops, because I was in there, that are normally covering this branch, are just pulled in a little bit. And I flipped the zoanthid rock around because I kind of like the zoanthids that are on this side better than the ones that are on the other side. And again, nothing high-end here, and I'm sure they all have cool names, but I just don't know them, guys. That's got to be something impressive there at the top, but again, I don't know. And I like the little red ones with the green around them. See that? This was a piece of rock that was being held to the new mushroom rock by some pallies. Look at these crazy things. So it's stretching to drop the rock. And there's a little red Gonopora with blue clove polyps all around it. We'll see what happens. This is the mushroom I was talking about on the live stream with Billy Pipes. I bought one at Reefco, or Ocean Gallery, and now I have many of them. And you can see it's just a very interesting color. So I gave one to Billy, because he's my bud. And the small bubble coral, I moved it into the tank, and it did look great, but then, like I said, I was cleaning and moving stuff. So this is how one of the many looks of this bubble coral. But it's a big, healthy piece, but it is a stunner. And you all like these pallies, so let's get up close on them a little bit. And the bubble tip always showing good bubbles in the Nano tank. And I do still have 2 of them, and yes, one is still stinging the leather coral that's in there. But it is what it is. If you notice to the left, there's a blue mushroom there that almost disappears under the blue lights, but that's pretty cool too. And I think I have about 3 babies on that. So there's the leather coral that has the bubble tip living behind it. And yeah, he's not real happy. But in the front, he looks fine. So we'll let them work it out. Maybe the bubble tip will move. And like I said, I treated myself to some pulsing zinnias, but they were getting too close to the bubble tip, so I moved the frag around to the back of the tank. And I know they're kind of called a beginner coral, but just look at that. Look at this coral. Look at the movement on it. You know, pulsing zinnia. It may take over the whole tank one day, but it's fun for now. So, as we zoom in on these pileys a little more, I just want to thank everybody for stopping by the live streams on Saturday nights. It's been a lot of fun. We get some good topics in there, and I always enjoy it. And while I'm sitting there talking to you guys, this is what I have right to my left, is this view here. That's the Nano tank, sits right next to me. So, it's always a good time. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.